It's the fear that lives in the quiet moments. The thought that one wrong turn, one unlucky roll of the genetic dice could steal your independence, your voice, your most treasured memories. It's a deep, cold anxiety that can surface in the stillness of a sleepless night, the feeling that the life you've so carefully built could be undone in an instant. What if the greatest defense against that pervasive fear isn't some complex medical procedure, a new breakthrough drug, or a punishing lifestyle overhaul? What if it's a single, simple glass of water? A resource you've had access to your entire life but have been overlooking every single morning. I urge you to stay with me through this, to give this idea your full attention. Because the information I'm about to share isn't just another health tip to add to an ever growing list of things you should be doing. It is a key to unlocking a profound foundational sense of security and control over your own future, over your own body. The final insight I'll reveal at the very end connects this one simple daily habit to the very essence of a life lived with dignity, freedom, and an unwavering peace of mind. You truly won't want to miss it. Silent risk. Let's talk, truly talk, about something that I know weighs on the minds of so many of us as we navigate the journey of our later years. It's a quiet concern, one that rarely gets spoken about in casual conversation, but often surfaces late at night or in the hushed stillness of the early morning. It's the deep-seated fear of a stroke. And it's crucial to understand that this isn't just a fear of a medical event. It's a fear of what that event can steal from us. It is the raw, visceral fear of losing our autonomy, of having our world shrink, of becoming a burden on the very people we love most and have spent our lives caring for. It's the fear of our voice, the primary tool we use to express our thoughts, our love, our frustrations, being silenced or garbled. It's the fear of the memories we've spent a lifetime carefully building, the vibrant tapestries of our past, becoming fuzzy, fragmented, or tragically inaccessible. This is a deep, a valid, and a very human concern. We see it happen to friends, to cherished family members, and we can't help but ask that quiet, trembling question in the back of our minds, could that be me one day? The world often tells us that this is just a part of aging, an unavoidable risk that looms larger with each passing birthday. We're told to manage our blood pressure, watch our cholesterol, and simply hope for the best. But this narrative, the one that frames us as passive participants simply waiting for fate to decide our story, is woefully incomplete. It is a story that conveniently leaves out one of the most powerful and influential characters in the drama of our own health: you. The feeling of vulnerability is real, and I want to acknowledge that with the utmost respect and empathy. It's deeply unnerving to think that something so life-altering can happen so suddenly, often without any dramatic warning. One day you are living your life entirely on your own terms, tending to your garden, playing with energetic grandchildren, meeting dear friends for coffee, and the next, you could be facing a long, arduous road of recovery. This journey could involve relearning the most simple tasks that were once second nature, like tying your shoes or holding a fork. This potential loss of independence is, for many, the most terrifying aspect of all. It's the chilling thought of having to rely on others for the most basic private needs, of losing that quiet dignity that comes from being the captain of your own ship. It's the thought of your carefully planned day being replaced by a schedule dictated by others, your spontaneity traded for dependence. This is the heart of the fear, and it deserves to be met not with resignation, but with empowerment. This silent threat can feel like it's constantly lurking in the background of our lives, a persistent shadow that subtly colors our choices and our outlook on the future. We might find ourselves hesitating to plan that long trip we've always dreamed of, or we might feel a sharp pang of anxiety with every minor headache or fleeting moment of dizziness. This low-grade chronic worry is utterly exhausting. It quietly saps our precious energy and can prevent us from fully embracing and enjoying the richness and freedom of our golden years. It holds us back from living with the confidence we have earned. But what if I told you that we've all been overlooking a crucial piece of this complex puzzle? What if a significant contributing factor to this immense risk wasn't some complex, unchangeable genetic lottery, but rather a simple, universal daily oversight? A habit so common that almost every single one of us does it, without ever realizing the potential danger it puts us in, especially during the most vulnerable hours of the day. This isn't about blaming ourselves, but about enlightening ourselves to a hidden weakness we can easily fortify. The truth is, while we can't eliminate every single risk in life, we are far from powerless. The narrative of inevitable decline is not the only one available to us, and it's certainly not the most accurate. There is another story, a truer story, one of empowerment, proactive care, and profound simplicity. It's a story where we reclaim a significant measure of control over our vascular health and, by extension, our destiny. It doesn't require expensive medications with long lists of side effects or drastic, difficult lifestyle changes that feel unsustainable. It simply requires understanding a fundamental process in our bodies that we've unknowingly neglected for decades. This isn't about adding another complicated task to your already full day. It's about recognizing the immense power you already hold to protect yourself, to safeguard your future, and to finally quiet that persistent inner voice of fear with a simple, decisive, and calming action. It's time to shine a bright light on this silent threat and reveal the equally silent, incredibly simple solution that has been waiting for us all along. The first step is to understand where the real hidden danger lies, and it's not where most people think. Morning answer. So where does this hidden danger truly lie? It's not hiding in the medicine cabinet among your prescriptions, and it's not in the pantry filled with foods you've been told are forbidden. It lies in the quiet, restorative hours of the night, in the 7, 8, or even 9 hours we spend sleeping. While we rest and our conscious mind is turned off, our bodies are incredibly hard at work. Our heart is diligently beating, we're breathing thousands of times, and our cells are engaging in a massive project of repair and regeneration. And all of these essential, life-sustaining processes use water. On top of this internal usage, we also lose a significant amount of water simply through the moisture in our breath and through light perspiration overnight. We all wake up every single morning in a natural state of dehydration. For most of our lives, this might not have seemed like a big deal. We feel a bit thirsty, we have our coffee or tea, maybe a glass of juice, and we get on with our day, none the wiser. But as we age, the rules of the game change and the stakes get higher. Our bodies naturally have less water content overall than they did when we were younger, and our sense of thirst, the body's alarm system for dehydration, isn't as sharp or reliable as it used to be. This means we can be significantly dehydrated without even feeling particularly thirsty. This is what I call the dehydration deception. It's the chronic, low-grade, and completely overlooked state of dehydration that most of us are experiencing every single morning of our adult lives. And this is precisely where the risk for a cardiovascular event multiplies dramatically. Think of your blood for a moment. When you are fully and properly hydrated, your blood is about 90% water. It flows smoothly and effortlessly, like a clean, powerful river, navigating the vast and intricate network of your arteries and veins with ease. It efficiently delivers life-giving oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body, from the tips of your toes to the complex structures of your brain. But when you are dehydrated, the water volume in your blood decreases. What happens then? The blood becomes thicker, more concentrated, more viscous. It's less like a flowing river and much more like a slow-moving, heavy syrup. This thicker blood is substantially harder for your heart to pump. It's a simple matter of physics. Your blood pressure can rise as your heart is forced to work overtime, straining to push this sluggish, sludgy fluid through your entire circulatory system. It's a silent struggle happening inside your chest every single morning. Now, consider the timing of this internal struggle. It's happening in the early morning, during the golden hours, right after you wake up. This is already a time when your body's systems are kicking back into gear after a long rest. It's also, and this is not a coincidence, the time of day when the statistical incidence of heart attacks and strokes is at its absolute peak. Medical professionals and researchers have known this for decades. Your cardiovascular system is under a unique and predictable form of stress in the morning hours. And for millions upon millions of people, this natural stress is being massively and needlessly amplified by the simple fact that their blood is too thick from completely normal overnight dehydration. This creates a perfect storm inside your body. The thicker, sludgier blood is far more prone to forming dangerous clots, and the higher pressure required to move it can potentially dislodge tiny pieces of plaque that may have built up on artery walls over the years. It's a silent, daily, and cumulative strain on the most vital system in your body. So, what is the answer to this daily, hidden threat? It is so profoundly simple that it's almost poetic in its elegance. The single most powerful, effective, and immediate thing you can do to counteract this silent morning risk is to drink a large glass of water immediately upon waking, before the coffee, before the tea, before you even think about breakfast, before you do anything else. This one simple act is the morning answer. It's your first move of the day, a conscious, strategic decision to rehydrate your body and support your cardiovascular system precisely when it needs it the most. Think of it as giving your internal engine a vital drink of coolant before you even try to turn the key. You are instantly beginning the process of thinning your blood back to its optimal free-flowing state. You are helping to gently and naturally lower your morning blood pressure. You are giving your hardworking heart the support it needs to do its job without straining. This isn't just about quenching a feeling of thirst. It's a strategic, protective, and life-affirming measure. It's about turning that most vulnerable time of day into a moment of true empowerment. It's about taking that golden hour of risk and making it truly golden by dedicating its first moments to your long-term health and invaluable peace of mind. This simple ritual fundamentally changes the entire dynamic of your morning. Instead of starting your day in a state of physiological deficit, fighting an uphill battle from the moment you open your eyes, you are starting it in a state of replenishment and balance. It's a foundational act of self-care that sends a powerful message to both your body and your mind. We are starting this day with strength. We are starting this day with protection. It might seem too simple to be true, but as we're about to see, the science behind this morning ritual is both elegant and undeniably solid. It's a beautiful example of how the most profound solutions are often the ones that are the most fundamental. It's not about a magic pill, it's about honoring your body's most basic and critical need for water. And it all starts tomorrow morning with one single powerful glass. Science simplified. Let's dive a little deeper into the why behind this simple glass of water. I want to break down the science in a way that feels intuitive, tangible, and crystal clear, because understanding the mechanism is what turns a simple habit into a deeply held, unbreakable conviction. There's no need for complex medical jargon here. The principles at play are straightforward, elegant, and incredibly powerful. The first and most important concept, as we touched on, is blood viscosity. Viscosity is just a scientific word for thickness or stickiness. Imagine trying to suck thick, cold honey through a very thin straw versus sucking water through that same straw. The honey requires immense straining effort, right? That difficult pull is a perfect analogy for your heart trying to pump thick, viscous blood through the thousands of miles of arteries and capillaries in your body. When you are dehydrated after a long night's sleep, your blood literally becomes thicker. Its plasma volume, which is about 92% water, has decreased, meaning you have a higher concentration of red blood cells, platelets, and other components in the remaining fluid. This simple change in concentration has a powerful cascade of negative effects. First, as we've established, it directly contributes to higher blood pressure, particularly in the morning. Your heart is a magnificent muscle, but it has its limits. It has to work significantly harder, beating faster and more forcefully, to push this sludgy fluid throughout your entire body, from your head to your toes. This increased effort puts a chronic, low-grade strain on the heart muscle itself and on the delicate inner walls of your arteries. Over months and years, this strain can weaken your cardiovascular system, making it more susceptible to damage and disease. By drinking a glass or two of water first thing in the morning, you are performing a simple, powerful act of hemodilution. That's the scientific term for thinning the blood by increasing its water content. You are, in essence, turning that thick honey back into free-flowing water almost immediately. This allows your heart to resume pumping efficiently and without that undue, dangerous stress. This simple act immediately helps to regulate and often lower your morning blood pressure, easing the burden on your entire system before you've even brushed your teeth. The second crucial mechanism involves the prevention of blood clots, a process known as thrombosis. Thicker, slower-moving blood is much more likely to clot. Think of a stagnant, muddy pond versus a clear, flowing stream. The stream stays clean and clear, while the pond can develop algae, scum, and blockages. It's a similar principle inside your blood vessels. Sluggish flow creates an environment where platelets, the tiny cells responsible for clotting, can become overly sticky and begin to clump together, forming a dangerous clot. If a clot forms in an artery leading to the brain, it can block the flow of oxygen and cause an ischemic stroke, the most common and preventable type of stroke. Furthermore, dehydration can make the lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium, less smooth and slippery, creating a surface that clots are more likely to stick to. By rehydrating immediately upon waking, you are kick-starting your circulation. You are ensuring your blood flows freely and smoothly, which significantly reduces the opportunity for these dangerous clots to form. You are literally lubricating your entire vascular system from the inside. Finally, let's talk about the vital process of flushing toxins. Overnight, as your body's cells are in a state of intense repair and regeneration, this process naturally creates metabolic waste products. Think of it as the exhaust from your cellular engines. Your kidneys are the master filters of your body, responsible for clearing out these waste products from your bloodstream. But they cannot do their job effectively without an adequate supply of water. When you're dehydrated, the kidneys can't filter your blood as efficiently. These toxins can begin to build up, adding another layer of stress to your system and contributing to feelings of fatigue and sluggishness. That first glass of water in the morning is like a gentle, cleansing flush for your entire body. It wakes up and reactivates your kidneys, helping them to efficiently filter out the accumulated metabolic waste from the night before. This cleanses your system from the inside out, supporting not just your vascular health, but your overall energy and vitality. So you see, it's not magic. It's pure, simple, and elegant physiology. You are thinning your blood, easing the pressure on your heart, dramatically reducing the risk of clots, and flushing out toxins. You are addressing 4 critical risk factors for stroke before your feet even hit the floor. This is the beautiful, simplified science of flow, and it's a power that you can harness every single morning for the rest of your healthy, vibrant life. Ritual formed. Knowing the science is one thing, but consistently turning that knowledge into an unbreakable, automatic habit is where the real, life-changing transformation happens. A ritual, you see, is more than just a routine. A routine can feel like a chore, something to be checked off a list. A ritual, on the other hand, has intention, it has purpose, it has meaning. And this morning water ritual is one of the most profound acts of self-respect and self-preservation you can possibly perform. So, how do we ensure this becomes as automatic and essential as breathing? The key is to make it ridiculously easy. We must remove any and all friction that might stand in your way, especially in those first few groggy, half-conscious moments of the day. The simplest and most effective method is to prepare the night before. Before you go to bed tonight, find a glass you like, maybe even a special one just for this purpose, fill it with fresh water, and place it on your bedside table. That's it. That is the entire preparation. When you wake up tomorrow morning, it will be the first thing you see. It's a powerful visual cue, a silent, caring invitation from your past self to your present self. This simple act of preparation frames the water not as a chore you have to perform, but as a gift you get to receive. You're not having to stumble your way to the kitchen, find the cupboard in the dark, get a glass, and fill it up while you're still half asleep. You are simply reaching out and accepting the care and foresight you set up for yourself just hours before. Drink it all. Don't just sip at it. Drink it with conscious intention. As you do, take a moment to think about what you are actually accomplishing. You are rehydrating your brain, you are thinning your blood, you are protecting your heart, you are flushing your system. Connect the physical act of drinking with the powerful, positive outcomes we've just discussed. This mental connection is what elevates the action from a simple task to a meaningful ritual. In the beginning, you might need to be conscious about it, but after just a week or two, you'll find yourself reaching for that glass without even thinking. It will become a non-negotiable, foundational part of your waking process, as essential as turning off your alarm. For best results, use room temperature or slightly warm water, as ice-cold water can be a bit of a shock to the digestive system. First thing. And here's the wonderful part that cements the habit for life. The benefits are not just long-term invisible protections. You will start to feel the positive effects almost immediately, and this is what makes the habit stick. This is the bonus that reinforces your wise commitment every single day. One of the first things you'll likely notice is a significant, tangible increase in your morning energy. That familiar brain fog, the feeling of needing a potent jolt of caffeine just to get your mind working, much of that is simply a primary symptom of dehydration. Your brain is incredibly sensitive to your hydration status. It is approximately 75% water. When you give it the pure water it's craving first thing, you'll experience a new level of mental clarity. Your thoughts will feel sharper and less scattered. Your focus will be clearer, and that heavy, sluggish feeling will begin to dissipate, often before you even think about your morning coffee. This clean, natural energy is far superior to the jittery stimulation of caffeine. Beyond the clear mental boost, your entire body will thank you in other ways. Proper hydration is absolutely essential for good digestion. That morning glass of water helps to gently wake up your digestive tract, promoting regularity and preventing constipation, which can be a common and uncomfortable issue as we age. Your kidneys, as we mentioned, will function more efficiently, which is crucial for long-term kidney health. You might even notice your skin looks more supple and hydrated over time as you begin moisturizing from the inside out. These immediate, tangible benefits are your body's way of saying, thank you. They are the daily rewards that make this ritual not just something you should do, but something you genuinely want to do because it feels good. It starts your day on a positive, proactive note with a clear win for your health before the day has even truly begun. This is how a ritual is formed, through simplicity, clear intention, and a wonderful cascade of positive reinforcement that makes it a cherished and essential part of your life. This ritual is a quiet declaration of your unwavering commitment to yourself. It's a daily pact you make to show up for your own well-being. It says, my health is my priority, my independence is my priority, my future is my priority. And it all starts with that one simple, life-affirming glass of water waiting patiently for you by your bedside. It's the anchor for a day lived with more energy, more clarity, and a profound, unshakable sense of peace of mind. Every morning you perform this ritual, you are casting a powerful vote for a healthier, more vibrant future. And that feeling of empowerment is perhaps the greatest benefit of all. You are no longer just hoping for the best. You are actively, consciously, and simply creating it for yourself one morning at a time. It's a beautiful thing. Future proofed. As we bring this conversation to a close, I want to zoom out from the specific science and the daily habit and talk about what this all really means. What are we truly protecting with this simple glass of water? Yes, on a practical level, we are protecting our vascular health. We are significantly reducing a major risk factor for stroke. That is the tangible scientific benefit. But the true impact, the emotional core of this entire practice, goes so much deeper and is infinitely more precious. This isn't just about dodging a health scare or avoiding a hospital stay. It's about protecting your autonomy. It's about safeguarding your precious ability to live in your own home, surrounded by your own things. It's about maintaining the freedom to drive your car whenever you wish, turning the key and deciding where the road will take you today. It's about being able to walk in your garden, to feel the soil in your hands, to make your own choices, big and small, every single day. It's about preserving the very essence of who you are, the person you have become through a lifetime of experience. Every memory you've ever made, every hard-won lesson you've ever learned, every person you've ever loved, it all resides within the intricate, delicate network of your mind. This morning ritual is a shield for those memories. It's a daily act of devotion to the person you have become over decades of experience, laughter, and tears. It's about ensuring you can continue to share your stories, your unique wisdom, and your loving presence with the people who matter most to you. It's about being able to show up for your children, your grandchildren, your friends, and your community, not as someone who needs constant care, but as the vibrant, capable, and loving person you have always been. This is the real prize. It's the ability to continue participating fully and joyfully in the grand dance of life, on your own terms, with your head held high. This is the ultimate freedom that we are working to preserve. Think about the profound peace of mind that comes from taking this simple, powerful action. That quiet, nagging fear we spoke of at the very beginning, the fear of the unknown, of a sudden and catastrophic loss of control, begins to lose its suffocating power. It is slowly but surely replaced by a sense of calm, confidence, and genuine empowerment. You are no longer a passive bystander in the story of your own health, anxiously awaiting the next chapter. You are an active, knowledgeable, and powerful participant. You hold the power to reclaim your peace of mind and to actively safeguard your own future, and it begins with that one simple, powerful choice you make tomorrow morning and the morning after that. It's a clear, silent declaration that your life, your independence, and your priceless memories are worth protecting. More than anything, it is an act of profound and necessary self-love. So when you place that glass of water by your bed tonight, I want you to see it for what it truly is. It's not just H2O in a container. It's a promise you are making to your future self. It's a tool for empowerment. It's a tangible symbol of your power to influence your own destiny. It's your faithful partner in the noble project of aging with grace, with strength, and with unwavering dignity. The future is not something that just happens to us. It is something we build day by day, choice by choice, and this simple choice, this morning ritual, is one of the most powerful and fundamental building blocks you can possibly lay for a future that remains bright, independent, and entirely your own. This isn't about adding one more thing to your to-do list. It's about embracing a simple, beautiful truth. The most profound acts of self-care are often the most fundamental. By honoring your body's basic, critical need for hydration at the most vulnerable time of day, you are doing so much more than just preventing a potential health crisis. You are actively investing in your own freedom. You are protecting your sacred ability to think, to speak, to move, to love, and to simply be yourself. You are future-proofing your independence, one simple, powerful glass at a time. That is, a power and a peace that no one can ever take away from you. The YouTube comment. Graceful aging journey. This really hit home for me. For years, my one non-negotiable morning habit has been 10 minutes of quiet stretching. I thought it was just for my stiff joints, but this video made me realize it's a ritual for my mental peace too. Adding this glass of water feels like the missing piece of the puzzle. It's amazing how a simple, conscious action can feel like taking back control. Thank you for this perspective. I'm curious to know, what's the one small thing everyone else does to claim their morning?